Hey, I'm back with our lovely Amy. Amy's obviously been
Oh,
watching a few that we've had CC's toilet crisis and the fact he's talking about 5G, and I've seen quite a few videos today about 5G, and then we've got the Spanish flu.
yes,
I
that's
had this
right.
idea just a minute ago that maybe those birds, yes, yes to you, that maybe that was something else they were doing that they turned on because these people with influenza could die in 12 hours. The Spanish flu, it's a video I've just put out. You can find anything about this on the internet. But, they got bleeding noses, bleeding eyes. How can you get that from influenza?
Yes, I've never heard of that before,
And
just from
it's like
influenza.
he didn't say 5 million. I left my video as it was, Amy. But if you were doing today's figures, he was saying it was 5 million. 500 million, like a third of the world disappeared. I mean, it looks
Yes,
like an energy weapon, or they turned something else on.
yes, that's what I think.
Because
I
don't
was reading
forget,
some.
I've said this before, and I will say it again. Trump, Peleski, uh, Boris, all these people, they're actors, and the actors are telling us what's going on. So it can't be
Uh,
real.
that's right.
You've got to
It
remember
can't be
everybody that's come
real.
to this channel or anybody who's watching, well, you can call it a conspiracy channel if you like, but if anybody's watching these channels, then we've always said, Cece says, Amy says, I say.
Yes. So, right, it's all actors telling us, and it's definitely something else going on with this, and I think it's the 5G, and that they're just rolling it out now. And because a couple of weeks ago, I was watching some movies and they kept putting a commercial and they were saying 5G is here and showing all these people and they were all excited about it and they kept playing those commercials. Then I've never seen them after that.
Yeah, because
So
we
a
talked
lot
last
of,
night, didn't I? So it's so strange, like suddenly that film from 1967 comes to me. I can't remember whether someone sent it to me or I saw it in my box, but quite often we'll go to our inboxes or our homepage and there's a list of videos, and then suddenly these things are being shown to you. Don't forget that Doc, whatever it is, they're another channel, a bit like YouTube's a channel, the whole thing,
right.
web page, and they're saying, YouTube set up this, they tell you what you're watching, they put the things they want in your, they're doing it on Google, I'll get a different kind of algorithm to Amy, they give us different stuff, we don't get the same stuff. So they're able
Exactly.
to do all this right now, and then they put everybody must have seen those. Everyone that's a channel or anybody would have seen on their YouTube channel right now, because of the staff. We're going to have to everything's carrying on, but some of the videos that probably aren't right won't be deleted, and some videos that are okay will be deleted. But I mean,
Yes.
it was the way they said it. It was the most weirdest statement ever.
Yes, I think it was a way to say that they're gonna take videos down that they don't want to get out there, but
Yeah,
they're
and
gonna use the excuse.
they're also doing a big change at the end of the month. You won't the old system is going and the new system will be in. Visa cards you can't use for certain things at the end of the month anymore. You won't be able to gamble with them. There's other things you just won't be able to do. I had an email about it all. Um, yeah, so that's happening at the end of this month. See, so there's obviously a great big change happening at the end of this month.
Yes, that's what I think too. And some people are saying March 22nd is going to be something that's going to happen. It's something to do with the number 322. I forget what it is, but it's all, it's so many symbols and everything that they use. And so I don't know if anything's going to happen on March 22nd or not. That's coming in a few days.
And you said that
So
also there was a black, like, might be, the rumor going around also is there might be a blackout.
yes, April the 1st, for 10 days, we might have a worldwide blackout.
And that'd be
And
awful, because
so,
obviously some of us are, like you're in America. I've been talking to Cece, I talked to Jin, he's in Japan. I'm talking to people and we're trying to, work
right.
out what the hell is going on.
Yes, so we won't be able to communicate, obviously, and just the whole idea that we would be in a blackout. So
So we're under
we really
martial
need,
law with a blackout.
yes, and we really need to be. We need to be prepared and have, candles and flashlights, or if you can get a generator or something, I guess a battery operated generator, because, to keep things running, like your refrigerator for your food and things like that. So I don't know if it's really going to be, but we need to be prepared just in case, because it said it would be April 1st and it would last 10 days worldwide. So it's really a horrifying thing to think about. But we just,
I know, but
need to
look
be
what we're being
prepared for
fed. Like
everything.
suddenly now Spanish flu's come up, and you're like, and you go and look at that, and in a way, that whole thing is very similar. I mean, when do they ever talk about that? They would have gone in, because it was so many people. It would have been a world
Yes.
recession. You don't suddenly hear 1918 world recession. You don't hear it like that, do you?
No, you don't. That's right. So,
What
I
the
mean,
hell is
it's
going
just
on here? It's like I can't
right.
explain it. And the other thing as well, Amy, that we talked about was that when we see Trump or we see Boris, they're quite. Boris's hair's a bit ruffled, but they filmed this
Yes.
months ago, and this is why they don't have any feelings in any of the videos, because they didn't film it as it's happening now. Maybe they filmed it a year ago. Who knows? They're actors.
Oh, exactly.
Like
That's
we've
right.
already
That's such a
stated
good
that
point.
Shanann, we'll just leave it like that. Her hair, her bob hair, was nothing like the styles of today. That could have been like, say, just after the 2000s, say 2001, 2002, maybe even earlier. They've had these videos.
Exactly.
They've done whatever they've done. They've made it, they didn't think we were going to watch that much. You see, at the beginning, we
That's
weren't
right.
watching for it all, and then suddenly, and it was Diane. Diane, What Do You See channel is the person that found the drive, not Armchair Detective, who stole it. Anyway,
That's right.
it was her videos that started me off. I thought I'd only do one, and I think, no, but I saw something else in there, and I saw some, no, let's go back. And it is so difficult, because I think half the people went, what the hell are you looking at? But those that kept with me, I get it, I see it, I know what you mean. So it took 20 odd videos for people to understand that. And that's what they did
I
to us.
know. That's right. Yes.
They
It's
wanted
just
us involved in that. They wanted to see how we'd react, what we do. We've just had the Trump thing, like I said, when they did the impeachment, that Colonel, and then Fiona Bell. When you look at them, they're the people sitting it's them. They're playing themselves. We've got like that Colonel was
yes.
Hillary
That's
and someone
right.
else deep faked into them. That's what they did, and so they're making it all. I mean, they must be so busy. Can you imagine? They must be working dawn till dusk.
Exactly. That's right. So I wonder what they're working with
I
now.
mean,
If they
everybody knows that
already.
Trump is orange and that he doesn't, those that see it, see it. People have sent me links to say, look at his face here. He completely blanks out.
I
But at
know.
normal speed,
So
and say they're giving a statement, you'll watch it on your phone or whatever and you won't see it. But those that take that little bit of time to look at the videos, they're all weird.
they are. They are all weird.
Like we
And
said, we're supposed to be living in a digital society. So when they changed that over a few years ago, properly for everyone, we should have had these perfect videos. There's no lines. There's no, like this is digital. And then basically he stands
exactly.
there and his face goes to a blob.
Yes, that's right.
So whatever
So
they're doing, they've been doing it to us for a long time.
yes, so they might have moved on to something else now. If what
I
we're
mean,
seeing was already
maybe people
recorded.
were making the videos about the fact, like television is subversion. Once the people start waking up, they won't want that. They've got to do something now, like a 9/11, a catastrophe. It's because it's that virus.
That's right. And they're just, I think Trump had a press conference today, and
Ugh.
my sister was watching it, and she was just taken in by the whole thing. I've never seen her watch something for so long,
I mean,
something
my
like
thing is,
that.
though, with him, he is a businessman, and all the
Yes,
corporations and the governments and the politics, he is now a business running a business.
exactly. Because America is a corporation, and so he's just a businessman running a business. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Yes, and it's just really horrible. And I heard that California is under martial law, and they were saying if the people didn't obey, they could get fines and they could even have imprisonment. And then they tried to say that the police were not going to be the ones to
Do you know
enforce
something
it.
that's just most crazy? Sorry, just butting in there. You
Oh,
know, when we've been talking quite often, Amy's on the west side of America and we're on, we're facing east. But whatever weather we get or whatever illnesses, within a few days, you've got it. So in a sense, you're only a couple of days behind us. Do you see what I mean?
exactly,
So you
yes.
like, but it's disgusting that it's just unbelievable. I mean, they haven't even, they're not putting how many people. I mean, it's bad enough, but how many people die from flu? They're not putting those statistics in.
That's right. And every day we just hear about more cases, in our area.
And
And
you noticed, didn't you, that the man they were talking about, they never gave his name. So you're just hearing it. So people go, well, there was a man, who died up
exactly.
there, but you don't know his name. And his name's irrelevant because they're writing the script and the script's moving quite quickly.
That's right. And I just can't get over how
I
all
mean,
the
yeah,
leaders
because
are
all the
in with
people who
it.
believe in it think they've gone to a room and they're now sitting down right now, working out the strategy for each country. No, no, no. This has been sorted out a long time ago.
Exactly. So, what do you think it'll be? A vaccine that they'll come out with, or my sister said they're saying they're working on all kind of cures and going to use different antiviral medications or something to try to stop this virus from spreading. But what I can't understand is it seems like once we went into all these shutdowns, that's when the numbers of people increased that are being diagnosed with it or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, if we're all staying in and we're all shut down, why are the numbers going up then? It should be contained by now. So, and I was just reading a little while ago, it was something from the official source, the CDC or whatever, and said that if we might have only had, say, 5,000 deaths or something, maybe in the United States. I don't remember the exact quote, but it was like 5,000. They said, but if we don't stay shut down like this, it could easily go into 5 million, and that the intensive care units are all full, and they don't have enough ventilators for people that need them, and just blowing everything out of proportion. Because then they also tell us that if you're a moderately healthy person and you would contract the virus, that you don't even really need much treatment, that you just stay in your house,
But don't you think
and they
it's?
don't want
But
to test
you're
you.
saying all that, but in a sense, all you need to do is wash your hands. All we need to do,
Yes,
and that's the other thing that people are not looking at. For instance, Italy, these other countries, you're much hotter. So as this thing can only live in cold temperatures, why is it still going?
exactly.
Italy's in the
And it's
20s. It can't survive in 20s. It's got to be 0.
right. Yeah, and here it's extremely warm today.
Right,
Where I
so this
live, it's
thing
very
it's got to
warm.
be petering out. There's no way it can be going on for months now.
I
It could in
agree.
Canada, it could in the colder places. You could say it keeps
Right.
going on, and maybe they could use that. But most countries will come through it because we're all warming up now.
That's right. I know. So I don't know how much longer they're going to carry it on. I heard maybe 2 months or something was the last thing I heard. It just keeps changing. I heard 2 weeks. Now I
Our
heard 2
economies
months.
have been ditched, right? How the hell are we going to come out of this? Everything will have to be less because money won't be worth what it was worth
Right.
before. But I mean, I've been saying to Amy, I mean, maybe this is a bit boring for everybody, but like, say you're on the minimum wage and you went to work, say McDonald's or somewhere like that, it would take you
Yes.
20 hours of the week, so that's 2.5 days just to pay for your council tax. We can't live like this. We can't live with the bills that so like. So that's quite a big bill if you're not earning very much money just on a bill like that. Like they've got us round the neck anyway.
They do. And I don't know what they're going to do about it, but I think it's going to be a new one world currency is what they're trying to get at. And I heard that they're not wanting to. We have toll booths in America. Certain bridges or highways, before you can drive one of them, you have to pay a certain amount for a toll.
I mean, you know, I remember when I came over to America, I remember seeing the taxes on your bill, and it was a bit different because, say, you went to buy something, it would just say $1.99, whereas now your bill breaks down the tax. You've got all that. We never had taxes in the late 70s like that. But now we're probably one of the most taxed places ever. It's extremely expensive living in the UK.
Oh,
We're
really?
not as bad
I
as
can
Denmark.
imagine.
Denmark's even worse. And you're going to get countries that
Wow.
vary. But we're one of the most taxed places in Europe now.
Oh, that's awful. Yes, we're very taxed here as well, and depending on what state you live in, certain states are way more taxed than other states. But it's just it's very awful. And when you think about the Americans wanted to be free from
taxes,
from Great Britain, so that
yeah.
we didn't have taxes. But that's what we have now. It's just all these taxes.
I don't know how anybody
really
can believe a
awful.
politician, because they come along, they say something's wrong, they say they'll sort it out, and then they don't. And then the next lot come along, say something's wrong, and then they say they're going to sort it out, and they don't. And it goes on and on and on till we're in this mess now. But Amy,
Yes.
we've been going for nearly 17 minutes.
Okay.
You're the last word.
Oh, well, I just want to say that I just don't know what's going to happen with all of this, but I just think we have to stay communicating with each other and just, keep our eyes open and be aware. And I definitely agree with you that this was already in the planning, and I just have no idea what they're going to do with it. But it's not as simple as what they would have us believe, that it's just this virus and we need to be self-isolating and all that stuff. It's
awful, isn't it? It's just awful because, like I said, elderly people, well, you can't go near your family again because you're elderly and ill. So it just partakes you again, partakes you again. I mean, in that thing with flu, Spanish flu, the people started to not believe what they were being told, and but then they started to distrust each other. That's what the writer of this book says, but we don't know if any of that's true. And then people are watching that, and then it fits in right now with what's happening now. But Amy, we send lots of love to everybody, and everybody just has to stay calm. Yeah.
Much love to everyone. Yes. God
and I love you,
everyone.
Amy. Amy's such a good friend to me.
Karen. Oh, yes. Karen